Alright, we are... I think we looked at all the skits last time, so we're ready to take the boat. I think we need the southern of the two boats now. This is the dock. Okay, that's good. Not you. You. So, the captain of the ship is not willing to risk the lives of his crew because Deus's minions are pretty much scouring the seas right now, attacking anything that sails. And we need to convince him to take us across the sea. And Archie has an idea. She does her very, very best to turn on her feminine wiles and get the captain to do whatever she says. And it doesn't work. Because despite Archie being slightly older than she looks, she's pretty much still a kid to everyone else. But the captain eventually agrees to take us along with him, so long as we agree to protect his ship in case of an attack. Archie gains a fitting title for her. And we're off. Now, obviously, something's going to happen. They wouldn't just drop the fact that Deus's minions are all out on the sea for nothing. But before that, Clarth is being Clarth. But Sless manages to turn it around on Clarth, just mentioning Mirald, and I think this is one of the only times we get to see Clarth flustered like this. He's usually very collected throughout most of the game, but just mentioning Mirald in a romantic sense, it's got him on the back foot now. This guy doesn't look like a sailor, and he certainly didn't pay the fare. I guess it was nothing. But he did drop some hints towards us. Our ultimate goal is the Moria mine, to get the Pact Ring for Luna. But in order to get into the Moria mine, we need a permit from the Kingdom of Alvanista. And God knows how we're going to get that. Clarth and Mayer seem to hit it off pretty well, and they get plastered. Even Archie's drinking. So, in his drunken state, Mayer tells us that Deus has been influencing Alvinista's royal family. The prince has been possessed. Just like the, what was his name? The Black Knight from earlier, and then Demeter as well. Now the prince is possessed. And Archie's over there having a sexy dream about Sless. Now we wake up to Mayer, but he attacks us. Clarth manages to save us just in time, but Clarth believes that even Mayer is being controlled, possessed. But Clarth is still drunk, Mint is asleep, Archie's drunk. I don't know why we don't wake Mint up here. But nevertheless, we just control Sless for this little bit. What are my stuff? Up and right or neutral? Alright. So we go out on the deck and we confront Meyer. Mayer? Meyer? That thing that was possessing him gets knocked free, and we've got to... What's my special attack button? There it is. Okay, my spear is really bad at that particular Ogie. So this guy has very strong defense against physical attacks. He's blocking some of them. You can see my weapon hitting, but no damage being displayed. That's when he blocks. But with jump attacks, we should be good. So apparently that monster, Deus' henchman, targeted Mayor because Mayor revealed Deus' secret about Alvanista to Clarth. He was going to possess him, use him to kill Clarth and everybody else, and then blame it on Mayor. But unfortunately, when the possession was lifted, Mayor died. It was nice knowing him for about 2 minutes. Okay. So we know that the prince has been possessed by one of Deus's men, and we have to save him somehow, but if we go up to the castle and just say, hey, your prince is possessed, let us look at him, they're not going to believe us, probably. So, we got to think of a plan. But first, let me introduce you to the most notorious boss of the game, that crab down there. And I'm not joking. You see, that crab is actually physical. You cannot go through him. But I want that chest. So what do? We wait. And we hope and pray that the crab actually comes down here, around here, up here, so that I can cut down through him. And I'm going to pause until that happens. Crab Watch 2020. He's coming down. You can do it, little guy. No! No! Don't go back! No! Don't turn left! No! Okay, almost there. No, 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 no. Stop. Back here. No, no, stop. Please. Reconsider. Thank you. Okay. No, 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 no. Stop, stop, stop. Come over here. No. Stop. Here. No. Stop. This way. No. Don't go back. Don't do it. No. Bad crap. Bad crap. No, no. Just go up. Just go up. Ah, yes. We got it. Give me that. Not worth it. Not worth it. Not worth it. No, kids. Nah. We did it. Hardest boss in the game. We did it. Good job. Alright. Now let's go loot the town. Hold on. So that guy bought a serving of rice from me for 1,500 gold. And I think I bought it for like 50 gold or something like that. Or it dropped from a monster. So that was really worth it. Make sure you have rice before coming here. Alright, where... Are you an item shop? I'm on the crab high now. We got the chest. I'm hype. So dark bottles will increase the encounter rate. Holy bottles will reduce the encounter rate. We can finally buy rune bottles now, but they're 3,500 gol a pop. Ah, that's a bit much. And we don't need anything yet. Oh, so here is the Adventurers Guild. $6,000 gold for another arcane art. Demonic Sword Rain would be pretty nice, I think. Demonic Slash to push enemies back a little bit and then Sword Rain them. Yeah, that would be good for a spear. Oh, okay. So this guy is one of the composers for the game's music. And if you wanted to, you can pay him 1,000 gold and he will play a song from the game, which we're going to do right now. Oh, never mind. I'm thinking of a different thing. He told us a password that we're going to use in the dungeon later. I was wondering why music didn't start. I think the password in this version of the game is different than the Super Nintendo and Game Boy Advance versions of the game. I'm just making a note of that. Alright, where is the food shop? There's the inn, which I need to go to the inn, but it'll also progress the story if I do. But instead, let's just go over here and talk to the chef. We learned how to make spaghetti! Yay! Let's try going outside and doing a skit. I wonder if there's anything new after that boat ride. This place is pretty big. We got 2 bridges to the east and west. Alrighty. So now we beat the crab boss. We got everything from the town that we need. There's one more side quest here. That sucks. This is the Mock Kid, and he'll challenge you to a race. And if you beat him, yeah, you get a title. And if you beat him again and again and again and again, you'll get items. I want the stuff. But this race really sucks because the D-pads in every controller since, like, the Super Nintendo have sucked. The only good, quote-unquote, modern D-pad was on the original Fat DS. Every D-pad in existence sucks now. So what I mean by that is, if I'm holding left, it just goes diagonally up or diagonally down with just the slightest tap. On the original NES and the fat Nintendo DS, you actually had to make some effort to go diagonal. So what this means in regards to this race is, I'm going to race this kid around the city, and all of the doors to the buildings are still open. So if I just happen to tap a diagonal while going past a building by mistake, I'm just going to go straight inside. And if I go inside of a building or outside of town, I lose the race. And that sucks. So we're going to try. We're going to try. So as much as I shit-talked diagonal movement is what is going to win us this race, because the Mach Kid can only go north, south, east, west. We can save some time by going diagonally, but that is a double-edged sword. We need to go up, down the stairs, past the weapon and armor shop. We need to go up and around these trees. Past the inn and the grocer. Up and around the western part of town. Keep going around south. Then past the bar, the item shop, a residence, and then back through the central street. Down and around the trees. Up these stairs. Onto the finish line. Okay, let's see if we can do this. Ah, no. Alright, first try. So later in the game, there's going to be another Mach Kid race, and he's even faster. So that is going to be the real test. So I think this sword number 4 is just a regular long sword, which sucks. The most basic sword in the game. This is the same sword we got off the last boss battle. And corals and pelts here are sellable items. Corals I can take to Olive Village, which is a village later in the game, and sell for 9,000 each. So we're going to get a coral. And Sless gains the title of Mock Boy. Alright, so we can win 2 more prizes. So I'm going to do that off screen. I'll be right back once I win. Alright, this is my 3rd win. You know, the D-pad on this controller I'm using isn't that bad. I bought a new controller before this playthrough because my L2 button on my old PS4 controller had just gone out. So I'm actually switching it up and I'm using an Xbox One controller now. So the D-pad's not bad. I should use a rune bottle. On one of these swords. I think this is the sword I got. Yeah, the Flame and Faith. It is a water elemental sword. 108.60. Not quite as good as the halberd, but when I do get to enemies that are weak to water, that'll be good. And it's a sword, so it doesn't have any of the weaknesses of a halberd. Ah, 13. It's probably worth it to start upgrading Celeste's stuff. I don't really care about the armor of my mages. I'm gonna go and double check inside the grocer. Make sure I talk to the chef. I'm pretty sure I did, but I'm super forgetful. This is not the grocer, but I still wanna... Oh, it's Nancy and Elwyn! Let's save that for later. Ooh, mystic symbols. That's a lot. 674,000. It reduces casting time by half, though, which will be really nice for all 3 of my characters. That NPC just told us about trade goods. Things like the coral, which I won from the Mockboy race, they will sell for different prices depending on which shop in the world you're trying to sell them at. So you need to shop around. I'm pretty sure I've talked to the chef. Yeah. Alright, so we could talk with Nancy and Elwyn, but that'll be there for a while. We can afford to let that stew for a bit. I'm gonna go to the inn and progress the game. So, in the event that Deus has actually possessed someone of the royal family, it's not going to take much for the royal family to just imprison us or execute us or anything at all if we step out of line. So Clarth believes that the best course of action is to infiltrate the castle in the dead of night. And then Clarth has the bright idea, looking at Archie, one of us can fly. I hope if I fail... It's possible to fail the next part. I hope it's not a game over. So we're going to do some Metal Gear Solid, and we're going to sneak. No, what? No! Boo! Boo! Oh, come on. That's nonsense. Nah. Disagree. I am always terrible at events like this. I'm just not good at it. What? What is the timing on that? It's actually unfair. I'm wondering how close I can get before he sees me. Am I good right here? That might be the difference maker. What? Okay, so that door just to the right, that's where I need to go. Man, I hate this. It's my favorite game, but some parts of the game. Really? I'm terrible at these. I got caught on terrain. I'll be back when I'm in front of the door. Alright, we did it. Honestly, this second guard is just unfair. You're only supposed to move once they're off screen, but as you saw, he kept seeing me from off screen. Obviously, the game traces horizontally farther than it actually shows on screen. No, it traces vertically, I mean, not horizontally. Anyway, let's just go inside to the prince's bedchamber, alone, in the dark. We're definitely not an assassination hit squad. Unfortunately, we wake up the prince and he's yelling for the guards and... Somehow the bird looks out of place. It looks normal to me, though, but... I guess that's our target. Let's kill a bird. This is Jamir. And now we have to fight her and her henchmen. Whoa, that guy's coming hard. Alright, first of all, do we have a flare bottle? I do. Use it on Celeste. So Jamir is going to just cast magics. So the flare bottle increased our physical attack power by a little bit for a small amount of time. It allowed us to get some damage off. Ooh, while we're at it, everyone is lined up pretty nicely. Archie, can you destroy them? Archie, go ahead and just do that forever. So Mint learned Acid Rain off screen at some point. It reduces all enemies' defense. So. Oh no! I didn't scan the Arknights. Oh look, we're back. Mysteriously, conveniently, we're back. Let's let's scan the Arknights this time. Magic lens, Hamir. Cyclone is just so good. She just threw a snake with wings at us. Get him, Archie! That's just so much damage. I love it! We saved the prince, but I mean, we snuck into the castle and we got caught. So Clarth, man, he's got way too much faith in the system. He believes that the king and his statesmen will realize that we freed the prince somehow, will realize that the prince was even being controlled, and eventually let us go. If this were real life, I would have zero faith in the system. But this is Fantasyland, and the system works. So we meet Lundgrum for the first time. He's a half-elf and a court mage here. So yeah, like I said, in Fantasyland, the system works perfectly. So apparently the king knew that the prince was being possessed the whole time, and that's the reason why he never mobilized his forces to join the effort against Deus. But now that the prince has been freed, he's free to focus the war effort on Deus. He's going to join his forces with the forces of Midgard and fight him. And we get Odin's famous spear. And I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm going to try Lungnir. I hope it's an upgrade. It would really, really, really suck to get Gungnir and have it be a downgrade. So Clarth agreed to pledge his efforts towards the war efforts against Deus, and so the king is agreeing to help him with his Summoning Pact journey. He tells us to go to the Adventurers Guild and just pick up a permit for the Moria mine. I believe the boss dropped an accessory that's pretty good for Sless. Yeah, the Black Onyx. It increases maximum HP by 30%. You might be able to use a rune bottle on it too. Yeah! We got a moon crystal that increases max TP by 30%. Even better for Sless, I would think. Because Mint is a permanent party member for me, I don't really care about my HP pool. I have faith that Mint will keep me alive. Cut to all the times I died previously. But what I'm more concerned about is mastering my techniques, my arts. And that's going to take TP, which I do not have. But now, with this accessory, I have the most TP of the party. Yay. Also, we got the Gungnir. It is an upgrade when it comes to thrust, but a downgrade when it comes to slash. If I were still leveling Sword Rain, I would definitely use this, but we want the slash more than anything. Oh yeah, and we got the Garnet. What does the Garnet do? Reduces fire elemental damage by half. That's pretty good. Clarth is meant to be like a magical tank, so all of those really help him out. Alright, now that we've saved the prince, we can actually explore the castle, and there's a few things we need to do here. This guy, will come back for him. Clarth actually got a new book, and I need to... his attack goes down, his accuracy goes up. What's going on here? Yeah, she's talking about the schism between the elves and the half-elves. The elves migrated away from society and shut themselves off and forced all interracial couples to break up. All half-elf children were sent off with the human parents, and all the elves were taken back into the forest. This guy claims that the Midgard is developing magic technology, a hybrid between magic and technology. And they believe it's going to replace magic in a few years. Being from the present, we know that it doesn't. In fact, magic is gone, and technology seems to have remained stagnant, all into the present. Yeah, it seems this guy is saying that all of the elves, when they cut themselves off from society, they retreated into the Ymir forest, and they hid there to this day. There's somewhere I need to go. I'm not sure where it is. Wait. No. See, I have it written down here on the guide I made. Go to the top floor, but really, these stairs look like they could be going up or down. I don't know. Here we go. Okay. All right. So here we meet another half-elf, and she'll teach us some more spells. A lot more spells. Tractor Beam, the first spell, is required to beat the game with. So it seems like 2 of her spell books have been taken by other people, and we may meet them throughout the world. $12,000 gold. Do I have it? No, I do not. I'm so close! Well, that bugs me. That bugs me a lot. Well, this certainly does not look demonic in any certain way. Wait. The practical application of magic technology would be wonderfully convenient, but its safety is still uncertain. There could be some serious consequences for its use. Where's the front door? I want to go out and I want to go sell something, get 12K, and then come back and buy that. No, that's the inn. That's not a thing. I'll sell another elixir. I don't use them, so... I'm sure there will come a time when I wish I had kept these elixirs. But today is not that day. Turn these 2 off. Because I really only want her to use her big boy spells when I tell her to use them. Because she would just waste all of her TP during random battles otherwise. You? Oh, okay. So this guy is the first of a non-rewarding side quest. There is a story that various NPCs will tell you, but they're scattered throughout the world, and this guy is the first one. Once upon a time, before monsters came into being, a few villains took it upon themselves to spread a poison throughout the world. They had a belief that it would enable them to reign over the entire planet. The spirit of the moon saw their efforts and descended to the surface in order to stop them. These villains were cunning, however, and anticipated her action. They knew her power was drawn from moonlight, so they waited until night of a new moon and captured her. These villains were said to be the kings of the land, and, okay. So we'll find the rest of the story elsewhere, but... This guy here... Nah. Okay, so the object of the game is to force your opponent to hit a certain number. And there's a trick. You want him to take the last stone. So you take turns taking 1 to 3 stones. So the trick is to take his and then add yours to equal 4. So he's taking 1, I take 3, that equals 4. And this will eventually allow me to win every time. Except I lost, so... Oops. I thought I understood the trick of this game. Oh, there's 37 this time. Oof. Okay. I don't understand this game as well as I thought I did. Okay, we did it. I think there's another prize if you do it again. Ah! That's a lot of rocks. So I think if I take 2, we can win. Yeah, we did it. Okay. You just gotta do a little bit of math before you start. So we become the new subtraction guru. Yay. Oh, Archie doesn't have any things. Can I use... So the Spirit Ring restores 1 point of TP every once in a while in battles. Can I use a rune bottle on it to make it better? No, I cannot. So I'm going to give that to Archie. Okay, so that's all we can do in the castle, so let's get out of here. Somehow. Is there anything over here? No? Okay. Just felt like there's a path here. There should be something here. Is there anything behind the tree? No? Okay. Alright, where was the Adventurers Guild? It was down here. We need to go get a permit. You? So now we have a permit to enter the Moria mine. And that's almost everything in this town. But not quite. There's one more thing we have to do. You remember earlier in the episode we spotted Nancy and Elwyn. Let's go talk to them again. Let's finish their side quest this time. Here they are. So Elwyn and Nancy both eloped across the sea and started a new life here at Alvanista. And they seem happy. Elwyn asks us not to tell his father where they are. But we're gonna go tell his father where they are. How much money do I have? 39k? 3,900. I think it's this boat. What are you up to? Captain? My captain? 680 gold. It's burning a hole in my pocket, so should be worth it though. So against Elwyn's wishes, we're going to go talk to his father and tell him where they are, because really, family shouldn't be arguing like this, family shouldn't be separated. Really, maybe we can talk some sense into his father. And he's worried sick about him. He acts like he cares, and then as soon as we mention Nancy, he just erupts again. So now we've got to go tell the bad news to Elwyn. We done fucked up. Oh, this is not... No. Wrong dock, sorry. There's going to be a lot of back and forth here. So we're going to track down Nancy and Elwyn. They should be in this house now. And so is Doug, Elwyn's father. And we decide to intervene. Doug is just not being a good person. He's being an asshole. So, the reason Doug gives of why he's so against Nancy doesn't make any fucking sense. But the important part is, with this out of the way, he finally accepts Nancy and Elwyn's love, and he invites them back home. So like the stalkers we are, we're gonna follow them back home. So this time, when we enter the trade company Liat, we can find Nancy helping out in the kitchen. We have Elwyn hard at work. And we agree to attend their wedding. And it looks like Archie managed to catch the bouquet. And the most important thing about all of this, we saved two people's love lives. We reconciled a father and son. We got to see a wedding. But the most important thing is Mint got her literal best gloves in the game. The bridal gloves. And we're still super early in the game. Nancy wishes Mint luck with Sless. And Sless doesn't get it, but Mint does. Oh, let's lean into it. Oh, come on, Sless! And finally, Mint earns her Cupid title. Did we get a free rest? We did not. How dare this game. Alright, let's check out Mint's gloves. Now, they don't increase her defense all that much, which is fine, but they increase her luck by 50, which is insanity. And it resists water, fire, and holy. So all in all, best gloves in the game. She shouldn't need that much physical defense if we're playing properly. So the lower defense value is good enough. Still better than Sless's gauntlets. The real shine is the water, fire, and holy defenses. Anyway, so now we have an option to go to 4 of 5 places. We can go to the Moria Mine, but we're not going to be able to do a whole lot there. What we need to do is go get the other 4 great elemental spirits. Or I should say the 3 other great elemental spirits. Ifrit, Undine, and Gnome. Once we do that, the Moria Mine will open to us. We'll start that next time, though. For now, I'm going to save, probably twice in a row, just in case. And I'll see you later.